What is good, Cardano fam, Ada gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today. Gary Gensler announcing his resignation. Alex Becker has a big bag of Cardano and more. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Gary Gensler this morning says on January 20th, 2025, I will be stepping down as SEC chair. Elon Musk responds, is it true that the SEC only works one day a month in the office? That might be overly optimistic, but it is what it is. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, says, this Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for. Definitely a mic drop, slam dunk moment there. Bitcoin OS co-founder Eden Yago says Cardano's designed to be the best smart contract layer for Bitcoin because ADA's UTXO based, or EUTXO, instead of account based. You can move BTC into Cardano and execute there, or execute Cardano smart contracts on Bitcoin. Really excited to see Q1 for Bitcoin OS. Alex Becker. Guys, we spoke about how he's been changing his sentiment slowly but surely. So you heard it first on Angry Crypto Show. Alex Becker says, quote unquote, I have a big bag of Cardano. So welcome him to Team Blue. He has a big audience, like him or hate him. He has a massive audience. And it will continue to help with speculation and more attention on Cardano ADA. Good stuff. I like Alex. Charles Hoskinson says, I've talked to Senator Scott, numerous senators in the banking sector. We've been told by the executive branch Trump wants America to be number one to found and run a crypto business. We're in talks with the legislative side. Very exciting. It's evident that Charles is going to be involved one way or another. We just don't know the weight. And we don't know the committee or other names. We don't know the Treasury secretaries. So we got to wait for stuff like that. And of course, we saw last night, great dinner with Senator Scott. America's best days are coming. Charles also said there's a very strong bet we're going to resolve the is it a security issue in 2025. A commission is helpful, normalizing US regulation with international standards like MICA in Europe, ADGM in Abu Dhabi, or JFSA in Japan. So here he's highlighting that we're going to get rid of this is it a security, not a security issue. And it's important for the US to adhere and be aware of the landscape of international standards elsewhere in the world, both for having the best practices, but also since many teams have employees all over the world. So this makes a lot of sense. This is some common sense. And regarding that Treasury Secretary, Charles says it's hard to pick a commission or talk concepts until the Treasury Secretary is selected. If there's a czar or like a single entity, I would advocate for Brian Armstrong and to build a subcommittee. So he said if there are subcommittees, experts in DeFi, experts in stablecoins, etc., and I think we may see a commission, a big group, maybe of a bunch of like experts, Brian Armstrong, Charles Hoskinson, Brad Garlinghouse, you name it, a bunch of them from different crypto projects coming together unified for a common cause. It'll probably be resolved in 60 to 90 days. So in 2 to 3 months, I think we're going to see a lot of names and who the administration is going to pick exactly and what that looks like. Santiment says Cardano is decoupled from the altcoin pack, nearly matching its 8-month high. Its price ratio against Bitcoin is also nearing an 8-month high. Last time we saw this level of ADA transaction and whale volume was in June, just prior to a 26% burst in the ADA BTC pairing. So namely guys, over 52 billion in ADA transaction volume this week, 7-month high, almost 9,000. It was almost over 9,000. Maybe by now it's over 9,000. Whale transactions for a second straight week, 6-month high. And Sentiment puts together, like, not too often do they tweet about Cardano, but when they do, it's quite based. IOG, 100,000 USDM in various prizes are up for grabs. The Hydra Doom Tournament qualifiers kick off December 3rd, and we need you to participate so we can really see what Hydra can do. So guys, if you're interested, everything's linked below for you guys. You can sign up for email notifications straight on the website and get notified if you're interested in the Doom Tournament. Igon retweeted this, and it's from Endx. Now, if you guys notice in the descriptions, if you guys open this descriptions, most people don't, but I always link Endx because they're my favorite Canadian centralized exchange. excellent UX, excellent support, top notch. And they were replying to some conversations saying that we will look into if we can support Cardano native tokens. Now, I want to make it clear, guys. Endx doesn't pay me. They don't sponsor me. They're not paying me. Like, I just link them because I like the product. And if you sign up, you get like $10 and it gives me like $5 or $10. They don't sponsor the channel. If I ever were to sponsor a project, if I were ever to take a deal, I would let you guys know. And that's part of why I founded Angry Crypto, was the lack of transparency and disclosure in the crypto space. So I think, going back to listings, we may see a bunch of these like smaller but blue chip centralized exchanges start listing a bunch of CNTs. I think it would make sense, and they would get a head start to give their customers a retail advantage. So why not? I could definitely see them listing Igon, SNEC, and more. So looking at price, guys, we're chilling at like 80 cents. We remain unchanged with our predictions. I think Q1, Q2 minimum for altcoin season. That lines up with Gary Gensler stepping down, lines up with this next 60 to 90 days for what's going on with US crypto policy, some clarity there with teams. And I still think we will surpass our previous all-time high of $3. We didn't have smart contracts. We did a 100x. Looking at Bitcoin real quick, we're on the verge of breaking out 99K and go to the 100K. And Bitcoin dominance, with everything going on, is the best case scenario. We continue to chill at 61% Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin's going up in price. And I think we're going to get a slingshot catapult effect. Alex Becker said we're going to see the biggest altcoin surge, altcoin gains in history. And I agree. Different metrics, different influencers I've seen. It looks like we're going to get a colossal altcoin season. I think that we need to still wait for Bitcoin dominance to tumble. Probably will be in Q1 of 2025. And lest we forget, 37%, 41% for our previous all-time highs as indicated by these blue vertical lines. So price-wise, I think anything's possible. I do think that a $5 to $7 is reasonable for us to surpass. I think we'll easily pass $5 to $7. Now it's just all about timing. And everything right now, we're waiting for Bitcoin OS, we're waiting for US crypto policy, we're waiting for the new administration, we're waiting for Gary Gensler to step down. There are certain things that we can't actually speed up, and we just have to be patient. But let me know, what are you most excited for? Are you excited to see Mr. Jari Gensler? You know, Jari Gensler is stepping down. Finally, can we get a refund or what? When you held XRP down for like half a decade. And also, let's get a round of applause for Alex Becker. You know what I'm saying? From one Alex to another Alex. Let's try and be as kind, as meek, and as invitational to the Cardano community, because it is the best Cardano community. I mean, it's second to none. Organic, strong network effect. So let me know, guys, were you surprised with Alex Becker? Were you surprised with Gary Gensler? Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.